put a jalapeno in your knife? Can you put ice? Is this one of those things?
No. Just the teeny tiny bit of frozen that is thawing from the skin of this jalapeno is like hurting my heart thinking about the dilution in the wine. But I'm going along with it, and I'm not being a wine douche.
All right.
I'm being a TikTok influencer.
So great for you.
Hello, welcome to this week's Sip with Nikki. I'm Nikki Lamberti, coming to you from Sonoma County, California. And I want to start off with a shout out to all of my international listeners. I was looking at the metrics of who was listening just today alone. And while I can't see the specifics of who you are, I can see where you are. And the Netherlands is binge listening to Sip with Nikki today. A lot of listens there. So if that's you, I see you. And as of today, we actually have listeners in 46 countries. And one of the things that I'm excited about with this new Club SIP membership that I'll be rolling out is once we get this private Facebook group together where we can all interact, we can actually see each other and I can meet you and we can have some fun and some live streams and some FaceTime. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the best way to know when that is rolling out and to become an inaugural member and receive all the benefits that come along with that is to visit sipwithnikki.com/resource. You can sign up for my mailing list there, and I'll even send you a welcome downloadable PDF of all my favorite wine tips. But specifically wanted to shout out Spain, Mexico, India, Singapore, the Bahamas, Brazil, Algeria, Portugal, Denmark, Hong Kong, Italy, Norway, Colombia, Ireland, South Korea, Argentina, on and on. So just want to say thank you to those of you far and near. Of course, all of my friends here in the US, I see you and I appreciate you as well. So this week we are diving into a TikTok challenge. And when I say we, it's my other half, Michael, and I. And last week I came across this jalapeno in Sauvignon Blanc challenge, this viral TikTok phenomenon. I'm not big on TikTok, and neither is Michael, as you will hear in just a moment. In fact, he couldn't even remember the name of it. So yes, we do show our 50-ish age true Gen Xer selves in this episode. But more importantly, I learned about this from the Wine Enthusiast magazine and their social media. And there is this thing going around this summer where people are slicing frozen jalapenos, dropping them in Sauvignon Blanc and enjoying. And I'm not going to lie, I was curious. Now, these types of things generally hurt my heart a little bit, adding anything into wine besides wine, because I'm a purist. And as a winemaker and a wine educator, those things can seem a little gimmicky to me. But I love jalapeno, so I'm not going to lie, I was curious and I wanted to see what all the buzz was about. So you'll hear Michael and I tasting 3 different Sauvignon Blancs from around the world before and after the addition of some frozen jalapeno slices. And let me just say, the outcome was surprising. So we'll share with you what the Sauvignon Blancs were because they were very different but all delicious, and you can find the links to all of them in the show notes. And then you'll hear both Michael and I give our impressions after we add the jalapeno slices, and we may or may not have agreed on this one. If you try this challenge, please, please, please send me a note, Nikki@sipwithnikki.com. I want to hear what you thought. And also check out the jalapeno highlights reel on my Instagram @Nikki Lamberti, where I'm going to share photos and a reel/TikTok/video of our experience. Here we go with jalapeno in my Sauvignon Blanc, ?
Welcome today to our kitchen. We decided to make some tacos because Nikki wanted to try this Sauvignon Blanc What is Twister? What is it called?
TikTok.
All right. Edit that out. All right.
Start again.
Welcome to our home. We're about to do a Sauvignon Blanc tasting with some frozen jalapenos, which Nikki saw on TikTok and said, let's do this. And I said, why not?
Can you say jalapeno again? Because I just
Jalapeno.
I like how you say it. You don't
Jalapeno.
say it like me from New Jersey, jalapeno.
Yes.
You say it like you're from El Paso.
Frozen jalapeno.
Yeah, so apparently this is a TikTok thing. What do we even call it? Trend viral phenom, whatever. I'm not so big on the TikTok, but I'm working on it. But I did see then Wine Enthusiast magazine, and they're a wonderful Instagram that I follow. They actually posted about it, which is how it got on my radar.
And then we decided, because we had some leftovers, that we were going to make some tacos and rice with the jalapenos and the Sauvignon Blanc.
And then just go for the whole Mexican theme for the evening with our dinner that we're about to have after we do this challenge.
We're not saying the Sauvignon Blanc is paired with the tacos. We're just saying we're going to try it because of the jalapenos.
But you could probably pair Sauvignon.
Right. What doesn't go well with a taco? A nice chicken crispy taco with some melty cheese.
Yeah. So we've sliced some jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
And I took as many of the seeds out as I could and then froze them. So apparently it needs to be frozen. And that's my first question, is why does that really make a difference? But maybe it feels more like a cocktail.
Maybe it tightens up the jalapeno and it's not so vegetal.
Yeah, vegetal. Last year there was this same kind of thing with putting the jalapeno slices in rosé. Do you remember that? And I remember trying that. Like, I didn't hate it. But what Wine Enthusiast talked about in their post is that, and the reviewer who did this, is it really depends on the Sauvignon Blanc, because not all SBs are created equally.
Same with everything else.
Exactly.
Liquor, wine, all
The
all of it.
terroir.
Yeah.
So I bought 3 different widely found Sauvignon Blancs in our local store. We've got Oyster Bay from New Zealand, Martin Ray from right here in the Russian River Valley of Sonoma County, and then we have Sancerre. And you asked me a question about Sancerre, which was?
Why is it Sancerre? And you told me it was Sauvignon Blanc from Sancerre. And I said, do they not grow anything else there other than Sauvignon Blanc?
They grow mostly Sauvignon Blanc, but they...
Because if you grow a Chardonnay or you grow a Pinot, then is it still called Sancerre?
That's a great question. So yeah, and this is a perfect example of what I have talked about with listeners, which is one of the biggest differences in labeling of Old World wines, which Sancerre is in
Right.
France, versus New World, which the other two, California and New Zealand, is in France. They label by the place or the region, and in the other newer regions, we label by
The varietal.
the grape. Yeah. So Sancerre is a region, but the grape is Sauvignon Blanc. It's in the Loire Valley. And I think, to be fair, we should taste these 3 wines without jalapenos in them before we defile them with peppers. It hurts my heart a little bit, but so let's taste the Oyster Bay. Now these are all 2023, and these were all about $20 or less. Let's just taste it first. Oyster Bay, Marlborough region of New Zealand. Ooh, I like the smell of that.
It smells clean, but yet it smells a little petrol.
Yes.
Isn't it usually like a Riesling? Or it has a little petrol?
Petrol can be Riesling too, but yeah.
Okay.
But are you getting flintiness?
Flintiness? Like from a flint?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. It smells clean with a little bit of petrol nose to it.
Yeah. I'm sure I've had this before, but it's been a long time. And people are probably listening to your description like, he literally just contradicted himself. It smells clean and like petrol, a
Crisp.
fancy word for gasoline. So you're saying it smells clean and gassy? Yeah. Tell me more about that.
It's unleaded gas. It's not like a leaded gas or a diesel.
Are you being serious?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, I could smell the little chemically mixture that makes it smell like petrol, but it's not.
But it's in a subtle, interesting way. I get that.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. How's it taste?
It tastes like a nice, crisp melon ball, like a melon.
I get a little tropical note on there, which is typical when the Sauvignon Blanc grape is grown in a warmer region. It'll go more towards those tropical notes.
Okay.
And I think of these 3 regions, this is probably the warmest, and then Russian River I would put in the middle, and then Sancerre the coolest climate. So we're tasting them warmer to cooler climate.
So we're gonna go through them first and then come back through them with jalapeno, or now that we've tasted this one? What do you think is better? I don't have TikTok, so I did not download this or look at this.
There's not like a template.
I say we should smell and taste each of them first.
Okay,
on
and then
its own,
go back
and then
drop
go back.
the helps.
Yeah.
Okay, so we like the Oyster Bay. Their tasting notes on their website, and also from their 90-point rating from James Suckling, says stunningly aromatic tropical fruits with bright citrus and a zesty finish. Would you agree with that?
Citrus, whereas I said melon. Okay, James Suckling, you win again.
He always wins.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on to the Martin Ray. Russian River Valley. These grapes were probably grown within 10 miles of where we are sitting in our home in Santa Rosa. This 92 points from Mr. Suckling, and it's under $20. Totally different nose if you go back and forth between
Correct.
the two.
Yeah, you don't get that petro note to it. So maybe the petros will make more from the terroir of New Zealand.
These are both closed with screw caps. New Zealand really championed that whole initiative.
I feel the viscosity is even maybe a little thicker. It's a little more. No, they're about the same color. So, yeah. So to me, the fruit is a little less pronounced on this one. But it still has a front, middle, and end, which it's nice. It tastes great.
Same fruitiness like melon and
No,
tropical?
it's much more muted. It's just subtle. It's very subtle.
On their website, their notes say fresh citrus, pear, and white peach.
Get the pear.
So that's a little more stone fruity, going a little more towards the Viognier. And then this one's interesting, fennel.
No.
Do you get any
Hold on.
herb note like fennel?
No.
I do now, now that I'm looking for it. It's just very fresh.
Yes. This is a wine that you want on a warm day like it was today for spring.
A little more mouth coating on this one for me. A little more richness and density on the palate.
I feel like it's got a little bit more acid to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay. And now we're going to the coolest climate, to Sancerre, again, the Loire. And generally, Sauvignon Blanc from Sancerre is known for being flinty, spicy, grassy. The soils are limestone. Oh, tell me about the whoa. You just smelled it. What? Whoa.
I was going to say grassy because I could smell,
Now, you already had some of this wine when you were in the hot tub an hour ago.
because I don't smell the bromide. That's just like in my pores, in my
Smells different
nose.
when you're not in the hot tub.
yeah.
We opened this one first.
Okay, this one is very, very light and subtle on
He's
your
making
mouth.
a gesture with both hands. He's holding them up in front of him, and then he's spreading his arms
Yeah.
out.
This wine is like literally hugging my mouth.
It sits completely different.
Yeah. And it just stays in there and it's great. It's very subtle and it feels a little light. And the stone fruit that it has is just a very subtle note to it.
I think it just in general, everything about this is more subtle.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing, and that's what Old World, especially Sancerre, is known for compared to New World Sauvignon Blancs. It's not as...
It's like me, it's very subtle.
Yeah. No comment.
I'm more like the Petro.
Yeah, you're like jumping out of the glass in the face.
So,
Do you like these three wines on their own?
yes, I feel the French wine is dangerous. And the second one, I feel is like that should be the first bottle to be opened on, like when you're outside, like
The Russian River.
the Russian River.
Martin Ray.
Because it's fresh, it's got a little bit of fruit, it's not too. And then I think the Oyster Bay can be drank by itself, whereas it's weird. And I would say something like oysters would be great with the Martin Ray, but the Oyster Bay, which is funny, I could drink that one by itself because it has enough taste of fruit. Like it's almost like a subtle wine cooler, almost freshness.
And the Sancerre you would want on its own or with something like oysters?
I think the Sancerre would be good with like mussels. It's got a more delicate flavor to it. I feel like it's something that's like like this is like for a warm fish somehow, just a very light.
Yeah. When you look at all three of them in the glass, the hues, the colors are subtly different.
The French is darker.
The French is a little darker, the New Zealand is very pale, and the Martin Ray looks like it may have seen some oak. Okay, so now we're gonna hit it with some frozen jalapeno slices.
So you dump them in there, or what do you do?
You just drop a couple in, and so here's what we're gonna do. Drop it in and taste it pretty quickly,
And then
because
wait?
what I understand is once they sit in there, it's like infusing, and the jalapeno
It's like a local sauce.
amps up. Let's put 2 slices in the Oyster Bay, and then taste it right away.
Here, those are your 2. Look, there, it's nice and frozen. It's almost like ice
Thank you.
jalapenos.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a little swirl. Smells like jalapeno. Literally.
Are you supposed to drink the jalapeno like mezcal, like it's like the worm and the?
I don't know. You can. Be my guest. But here's a disclaimer. We both like heat. We both like spice. Michael makes hot sauce. We eat
Are these hot though?
hot
Have
stuff.
you tasted it without just cutting it?
Try it. They've
So
also been
I personally-
frozen for a few days.
So I personally think being frozen is like really cold wine. It keeps the flavors in. Because now as warming up a little bit, I'm getting a little bit of spice in the back of my throat.
You just had a bead of sweat trickle down your forehead.
It's not hot.
As you said that. Okay. Let's taste it again and really concentrate.
Right.
It's not bad. I'm not offended by it.
No.
It makes it more like a cocktail.
Yeah.
I like a jalapeno a spicy margarita.
So you put a jalapeno in here, not can you put ice? Is this one of those things?
No. Just the teeny tiny bit of frozen that is thawing from the skin of this jalapeno is like hurting my heart thinking about the dilution in the wine. But I'm going along with it, and I'm not being a wine douche.
All right.
I'm being a TikTok influencer.
So great
here.
for you. All right, ready for number 2?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. It was subtle. All right, 2 slices into the Martin Ray.
And then we wait 15 seconds. Let's go. So.
We didn't wait 15 seconds on the other.
I know. I'm going to make a roll now.
No, you got to be consistent. You would suck in a chem lab.
Somehow yet I passed it to become a nurse. Thank you.
We will be right back. If you heard our 69th episode from April 2025, you heard my amazing conversation with Sina Wheeler. Sina is from a 5th-generation fishing family, and she and her husband Rich founded Sina Sea, and he is a fisherman, and he catches wild, sustainably caught fish in Alaska, and then they cut it and package it and ship it to your door, and it's premium sushi quality when it arrives. You can create a subscription box, and they'll even guide you as to what's in season. For instance, May is the start of Copper River salmon season. In our episode, you heard Sina and I tasting this very salmon, which was delicious. And we made poke bowls and paired it with wine, of course. And I was really blown away, not only at the awesome quality of the fish, but the sustainability of the packaging when it arrived. And then the recipe card that was packed inside the box and how easy it was to prepare. So I'm so excited to introduce you to Sina Sea so that you can get your hands on the fish and have it shipped right to your door from a small family-owned business. They've been kind enough to create a discount code for our listeners. The code is SIPandSea, 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 and you can use that at their website, SinaSea.com, SENASEA, SinaSea.com, for 10% off your order. This can be for a one-time purchase if you just want to try it out, or you can sign up and save with the subscription box. I also encourage you to sign up for their email list for great recipes and inspirations of how to incorporate healthy and beautiful fish into your diet regularly. They even do a monthly drawing for a $50 gift card for all the members on their mailing list. So go check out the delicious wild Alaskan fish at SinaSea.com. Healthy fish delivered easy. AmericanOliveFarmer.com is a business and a website owned and operated by my friend Liz Tagami and her husband Donald. They live up in Corning, California, and I recently had Liz on the podcast where we got to taste some of her delicious olive oils, both the Arbequina and Ascalano varieties, and they're grown and made right here in California. Well, the oils were really just the tip of the iceberg, because if you check out her website, you'll see that they import gorgeous balsamic vinegar from Modena. In fact, one of them uses 3 of my favorite Italian wine grapes as the base of the vinegar: Trebbiano, Lambrusco, and Sangiovese. I can't say that without singing. And while on their website, if you sign up to stay in touch, you'll receive their newsletter, and you'll get the fantastic recipes that Liz and Donald have created using their beautiful products. I'm so excited to introduce all of you to American Olive Farmer, and Liz has kindly created a discount code for our listeners. Use the code SIPWithNikki, capital S, capital W, and capital N, SIPWithNikki, for $10 off your order, and that can be anything from the site, whether it's delicious olive oils, vinegars, or even gifts. I mean, you can send someone an olive tree as a gift. How cool is that? Check out AmericanOliveFarmer.com and support this fantastic, small, California-based, woman-led business. You can even set up an olive oil subscription. Go, check it out. You're welcome. And now, back to the show. Ooh.
Okay, my first thought is it made it salty.
It changed the wine more on the California Sauv Blanc.
Yeah.
I was going to say it almost made it seem like it had some sweetness. It's funny that you said salty.
I got salty.
You're always salty. I like that one less for whatever reason. It changed the wine more.
it flattened out the back end of this wine.
Yeah, changed the acidity or changed the finish or something. Whereas the first one was yummy. So not loving it in the California Sauvignon Blanc. All right, now we're
I'm
going
just going to do one. Let's do, or you want to have
No,
to do
we got to be consistent.
You didn't slice the jalapenos consistent.
I really tried my best.
No, just let me know.
Okay, and now we're going to put it in what originally the Sancerre was the most subtle of the Sauvignon Blancs. Subtle on the nose, subtle on the palate. Not meaning simple, still a complex wine, but just subtle nose.
In my mind, I think it's going to be better with the first one just because this one had so much, it was fruit.
To balance it.
Citrus was the biggest and most prominent on the first one.
I do love how they smell with the jalapeno in it. It's very interesting, all of them. I like it.
Now that one brought out more of the fruit and it's still good.
I don't hate it.
No.
I don't hate any of them. I'm not appalled.
I think from all of them, the one from California got changed the most by the jalapeno.
They played
Against the flavor of the
not as well together. Not horrible, but yeah. Interesting. I want to taste this.
Russian River Sauvignon Blanc doesn't pair well with jalapeno.
Which is interesting.
But I think the French one, it works.
The Sancerre's nice. I think too, if you're like out on the beach and you were gonna make like a spritzer or a cocktail, this is just a fun twist on it. The last thing I want to do is go back now that the jalapenos have been sitting in there for a few minutes of each and just taste it one more time and see if it is stronger. So back to the New Zealand Oyster Bay. Smells great. I love how it smells. I like that.
It smells like jalapeno gas.
I like it. Doesn't seem exponentially stronger to me after it sat in there. It's still pretty much the same. You guys, he's like literally now pulling out the jalapenos and just popping them in his mouth like a chip.
Yeah.
This man has Mexican blood coursing through his veins. Do you think it got stronger when it sat longer?
No, not on that one.
Do you still like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, me too, I agree. Let's taste the Russian River now that it's infused. God, I really do like how it smells, but I love how jalapenos smell.
Yeah, still not.
Same impression?
It changes this wine. Or just coming from this one and this one, I feel it just doesn't.
They're competing a little bit with each other, where in the New Zealand, they melded
It's not
together.
as playful. It's not as playful.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, and Sancerre, now that it's infused a bit. Ooh, it smells much stronger jalapeno on the nose. The jalapeno really took over in the last few minutes.
I singed my nose just smelling from the glass.
Are you okay?
Yeah, smoking.
Are you crying?
No, it just got me on that. For some reason, it really infused in this one or something because I can really smell it.
That would make sense since we were both in agreement that this had the most subtle notes to it.
And it still tastes great though.
Most influenced by it, but in a good way. We agree?
Yeah.
Conclusion.
I think the French wine battled strongly against it and was able to play nice with it.
French are always battling.
Yeah.
Can you hear the people
Which is funny.
singing the songs of angry men?
We're cutting this out. Don't worry about it.
Music of a people who will not be saved again. Hey, it's not an episode if I don't sing. Sally sang Sip Spotlight on last week's episode.
Good job, Sally.
We didn't even say Sip Spotlight. Hey, Michael, what are we doing right now?
Sip Spotlight. Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Hold on, one more time. Ask me again.
Michael, what are we doing right now? Now you have to do the Sip Spotlight. There's that little half note down. 1, 2, 3.
Sip Spotlight.
Sip Spotlight.
Okay.
This was fun. I am not offended by the concept. I might even do this if it's fun and festive, especially if you're having a Mexican-themed party.
Yeah, but I'm like a Grinch about it, like a jalapeno Grinch, because I don't even like jalapeno in my margaritas. Everyone wants to put like spice in margaritas, and I'm like...
You love jalapeno, period.
I love jalapeno,
not in a beverage normally.
Not in a beverage, no.
But are you Grinchy about this?
It's...
Is it a gimmick or an enhancement?
I don't think it puts like rocket thrusters under it to make it elevated any. I don't think it does anything like that. I just think
fun.
It's just different.
It looks pretty too. It looks cool in the glass.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. It was fun. Thanks, TikTok. Thanks, wine enthusiast.
I wonder in a sensory tasting how that would play.
Let's get Hobie on it.
Yeah.
Dr. Hobie.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Cool. We won't even tell them there's jalapenos in it.
Let's go eat some tacos.
Cheers.
So there you have it, singing and all. Sorry, not sorry. The tacos were, in fact, delicious, and the pairing was really fun. And surprisingly, it seemed like for once, Michael and I were actually on the same page with our impressions for this. So I'm excited for you to give it a try, and I'd love to hear what you think. Send me a note, Nikki@sipwithnikki.com. Remember, in the show notes, I'm going to put the link to all 3 of the Sauvignon Blancs, as well as my Sip with Nikki website, where you can sign up for the mailing list to be the first to know when Club Sip rolls out, so you can join the party and we can get to know each other a little bit more. If you'd like to be an angel, you can support the podcast, buy us a glass of wine, or help support the operating cost of the podcast. And you can do that also with the link in the show notes. And finally, at the time of this recording, we are currently in release with our 2022 Solvato Sangiovese, made by yours truly. Beautiful, medium-bodied, spicy, fruity red wine that belongs on your table with pizza, pasta, charcuterie, but don't be putting any jalapeno in there, please. You can purchase at solovatowines.com, and I can ship to most states in the U.S. And make sure you use the discount code PODLISTENER for 10% off your order. Whatever you do between now and next week, especially if that includes frozen jalapeno in your Sauvignon Blanc, I hope that you sip well.